I have a commitment every Wednesday I bowl.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're gonna get started. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute everybody's mic. All right, bear with me 1 second. All righty. I just gotta hit the record button and we'll get started. Welcome, folks. Welcome to Winning on Wednesday. My name is Juan Vitas, and the purpose we're here is simply to get to know one another. I always say people make friends first, then business, and then trust. And we have to learn trust. But I say people do business who they know, like, and trust. Speaking of knowing, like, and trust, I'd like to introduce my co-host, Meryl. How are you?
Doing well. I'm Meryl Oshner, founder, chief storyteller, and commercial podcast producer with Smith Douglas Associates.
Excellent. And my other co-host and SEO manager for WOW, Robin Chaskin.
Good morning, everybody. Robin Chatskin. I'm also not only SEO for WOW, and I travel by Robin S, and I like to make everybody go away.
Okay, excellent. And just to let you folks know, throughout the meetings, I'm going to be asking folks for the question of the week. The people who I do ask for the question of the week are my trusted board of advisors. They'll introduce themselves, and then they'll ask the question of the week. What is the question of the week?
The question of the week is, are you working your passion, or are you working to fund your passion?
There you go. This is a really interesting question, and I certainly learned that question this week. So here we go. I'm going to open up the breakout. Where it goes. Okay. How are you?
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good. You had me here. You came in, but I see that you do digital marketing. That's what I've been doing for the last 25 years, and actually, believe it or not, I'm kind of weaning off of it. I'm working on other projects. I have 6 companies, but I started in digital marketing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I saw, I website design, search engine optimization, online reputation management, and kind of leaving off of that because I have other bigger initiatives, other opportunities that have come arise. I'm kind of like winning off of that, so we should definitely have a side conversation.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's what I've been doing for a
So,
while.
my brother is also in the same industry, and we're kind of like moving away from kind of like we're focusing more on business development, and not actually trying to get the business, so to speak, and more business and trying to work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a while. I was working at big agencies before, but I started this myself.
Yeah. And we have a lot of people here today now. Welcome everybody. We're in the breakout rooms. We have about 5 minutes left in the breakout rooms. And welcome everybody today at Winning on Wednesday. So today's question of the week is what are you passionate about what's the passion in your business, and are you funding your passion? Are you working for your passion? Are you working not for a living, but are you working for what you enjoy and love to do? And not the common question that we want is that we love helping people, because let's face it, if we didn't like people and love help people, we would not be here. But is there anything that you're passionate about your business? Will anybody like to participate or answer?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
I think like in the world of reputation management, it's never a dull moment. It's like oftentimes it's actually kind of funny or even laughable, the kind of predicaments that clients sometimes find themselves, all of which can be easily avoided, but they still somehow find themselves in these predicaments. And it just is, they say truth is stranger than fiction, and that is so true. And I just gotta say, every day is just like a treat, because you never know what kind of situation and funny story you're gonna run into. And yeah,
It's
that's
very
why I love it.
serendipitous. Yes, yeah. For me, I'll personally tell you, I love besides people. Obviously we mentioned we're not going to talk about people. Technology and the use of technology, and also teaching technology to people. I enjoy teaching new technology. I'm using a lot of AI now, and also showing it to my kid. To even my kids, teaching me too, and vice versa, or showing people technology. I think I'm just a technologist, and I love technology because I have a passion for technology.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I got into what I do, is because of technology. I started as a television producer, and I was a television producer for the first part of my life. And then when streaming started happening, I just got really fascinated with the technology aspect of it. So that's why I went into it. So
I see.
yeah, I always love trying new stuff, and for clients, but also just personal, just personal tech.
Yeah, the way that I fell into my business of digital marketing, it was through video games. When I was a kid, I used to play video games, and here's the irony about life. I used to play on a Commodore 64. Okay, and now we have Bob Lane, the former CEO of the Commodore 64, coming to my networking group, and he's a friend of mine. And I'm always like pinching myself, like, as a kid, I was using the product, as technology that changed and revolutionized everything. Commodore 64 in the gaming community changed everything for people. So, and it was just something great. And I was always attracted by the graphics and the high graphics and awesome graphics. But guess what? With high graphics, you need a faster computing processes of power. My first computer that I bought was in 1996. It was about $3,000, and it's a 2 gigabytes of hard drive. And I think it was an 18K modem, but it was $3,000 at that time. It's a Pentium 256, I think it was.
They got a Toshiba laptop, and it had like 2 megabytes of RAM, which was considered huge.
Yeah.
My first job was at Grumman Data Systems.
Oh, wow.
Big. And my first day on the job, this shows how old I am. The manager was taking me around, showed me the computer room, the glass bubble room. And he said, that computer has 10 meg of memory. This was a mainframe computer.
And it took a whole building, I'm sure.
Big 10 meg of memory.
Wow.
And he was impressed by that.
Okay. We come a long way now. 10 megs is just a tiny thing on your thumb drive. You can fit a small little. So it's amazing how technology changes. Yeah. But David, what are you passionate about? What gets you up excited in the morning to go to work?
When I have a client like I just had, who was trying to stop smoking for like 40 years, and she said the last 4 days, she just hasn't thought about it. That got me very excited, when I have a success like that. And, I have another client who was scratching her head until like her head bled. And she said the last 2 weeks, hasn't even thought about it, just goes through her day and so that's, that is what gets me up in the morning. And I'll be very honest with you, the money, my mother always used to say, rich or poor, it's nice to have money.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And one of the things is that I think I might give you a call because I scratch my head a lot because some of the things people do, I'm like, I scratch my head. Anybody want to like to share about their passion? And just a reminder, you are being recorded here because in the breakout rooms, we do record this and this is live on YouTube. But when you go in the breakout rooms, it does not get recorded. So you don't have to worry about it. So no pressure, you know, but this is a good place to promote your business and everything because it stays in YouTube and all the time. So it's a great opportunity. So it would like anybody participate about their passion before we wrap it up. I think we've got about a minute left before everybody comes back in. We got 20 seconds actually. Okay. All
Yep.
right. Hey, I would have been all over this, man. If somebody give me an opportunity to promote my business, I would be like, yes, I'll be here. I would have been the first one. I would have been the first one, but it's okay. We'll get people. It's a learning process. All right.
I like to learn about other people's businesses. I'm all about being a referral partner.
Of
I'd love to be a
course,
referral
especially
partner.
from Israel. How are you? How are you, my friend from Israel?
Thanks, great.
Hey, David. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. How was
Good to see
that?
you.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you?
Good,
New
good.
member here,
Oh.
Braulio Duran.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. And welcome to Winning on Wednesday. And Tony, what was, please introduce yourself. And also, what is the question of the week?
Sure. Hi, good morning. I'm Tony Wolotica. I'm a business lawyer with Ramundi Law PC in Massapequa, New York. Admitted in New York, New Jersey, and we are a full service business law firm. Serving the needs of small and medium-sized businesses in New York and New Jersey. And our question of the week is, are you working your passion or are you working to fund your passion?
Here we go. Hey, Robin.
Hey, everybody. There you are.
Yep.
You know, very, very interesting question for everybody. Bill, I see up your nose. So
Yes. Oh, thank you. This is a nice way to
Tech
start.
man,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's all good. You know, it's so interesting when you talk about passion. And I'm going to be curious to hear later whether it's generational, you know, whether people have different ideas.
That's a great idea.
You know, but only because I look at, you know, we've got two different generations here as I look at it. And then
Don't we
I
have more
have,
than that?
well, I'm putting Juan in a different generation.
Oh, you're talking about in this session. I
In
thought you
this
meant
litter,
general.
you know, among the three of us, and then I look at my daughter, who is in her early 30s, and so you know, the concept of making a living using your passion, I think there's a little bit of not jealousy, but you know, I'm envious of this generation because there are so many ways now to use people's passions and to go after people's passions that are not like what it was in the olden days when I was in school. You know, you went to school to be an accountant or a lawyer or a doctor or a teacher, and that's what you came out of school and you did because that's what you did. Now, you know, someone can go to school for marketing, for example, and Juan, look what happens when you look at marketing. Marketing is no longer punch cards on a computer and spreadsheets and, you know, and charts. Look at what encompasses marketing.
Yep.
How do you even define marketing? How would you define marketing in this? If you were speaking to somebody, you know, you talk about marketing. What is a career in marketing these days?
You know, it's a lot. Marketing used to be one thing. You know, about 50 years ago, marketing was just the publishing magazines, printed, anything printed, you know, about 50, 60 years ago. So the internet didn't exist. So now when you would ask that same question 60 years ago, what marketing is, you would have a totally different answer, you know, and the answer is that we have a technology now that it's disruptive in a positive way that has now allowed people to become their own ad agencies, their own taking their own ownership of their own branding. So some people learn how to do that. Other people are learning how to do that. So it's about personal self-branding, I believe, that is moving forward in the future, because let's face it, people are Googling each other. The first thing, if the people are going to be doing business, I want to see if this person is reputable. Let me see if he has any reviews or testimonials. So I think in the future is the branding is going to be personal branding. And that's what I believe.
No, and I think that it's interesting because coming from a background in advertising, because to me, when you were, the word marketing was either promoting your business. So promoting your business translated to advertising, which was television commercials and the television commercials back then and radio, the screens were different, right? There weren't as many screens. It was movie posters and the previews before the movies. Now it takes so many different places, and everybody can do different things, but not always do them well. And marketing, everyone's marketing for themselves as just because we are all doing so many different things. I don't know whether it was easier or harder.
I think it's maybe a mixed bag of both, because it's a lot harder for definitely the baby boomers, and a lot easier for the new generations and the Gen X and all those other ones, because they're already born with that technology. And I find that through that, it was always, me teaching or showing the other people how this technology works, has been the biggest hurdles for me. And, but I enjoy doing that. Let's talk about passion is teaching people, about the latest tools. I think I do have a passion for teaching. I think that's something I have my passionate about. So maybe when I don't hang up my hat, I might become a professor one day.
Well, so it's interesting that you say that, because networking is teaching.
Yes.
So, and when you're mentoring, people to do it, but when you were, we talk about when you were, went to school, was teaching, did you ever think that
Never.
Teaching somebody what you knew was something that you would ever
Nope.
be passionate about?
Nope. I never thought. I thought I was I was a closeted nerd, but I thought I was, I had the perception I was being a dumb kid, not a smart kid, but I was smart. But a lot of teachers didn't see that. Some did. And the ones that they did, I still speak to this day. Believe it or not, I still have high school teachers that I speak to. They're my friends. My friend Perry Bodner. Now I call him Perry, but he's a friend of mine. But he's a teacher, influencers, and all these people that I still keep in touch. It's still amazing that that you're able to do that. That's just the serendipity about that, as you say.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah. Hey, Andrea.
My friend just died of a massive
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, Andrea. Oh my.
Please, I'm sorry. Yes.
That's why I
Of
if
course.
someone could send me the chat later and I'll.
Yeah, no worries.
Always,
Relax,
of course,
relax,
Andrea.
please.
If you need anything, we're.
Shocked.
I know.
I was just with him on Saturday.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. So yes, please
Thank
take
you.
care.
Andrea.
No,
Okay,
take care.
bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Take care. Oh,
So,
it's
Bill-
terrible.
And this but here's technology. That
It's the news travels quickly. Yeah, no,
know.
and also news travels quickly, because I mean, back then we didn't have this information. And to your point, Robin, we're there to help, and the fact that we have this information, anything happens to people that we know, love and trust, we're always there for them, and through the technology, good or bad, for worse or better, it's there, but you can use it, for good.
We can use it for good. So Bill, are you working in your passion or to fund your passion?
Well, I mean, to a certain degree, both. I mean, technology has been I was a gadget guy. I loved James Bond and those things, when I was growing up, and taking things apart and rebuilding it, and, that type of thing. Radio Shack was one of my hangout places, where you could buy the little toys and build yourself, whatever.
Juan and I were actually walking by what was my favorite Radio Shack spot. And it's now, I don't know, something else. And I still see Radio Shack there. I used to love going in there going, oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. So good morning. First of all, good morning, Roy. How are you? To the gentleman that just came in, first of all, you're in a very dark room. So if there's anything that you can do to light yourself up a little bit, that would be terrific. And also, if you could please.
I think it's behind him is reflecting.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, that's what it is. And also, God, there you go. Also, if you could just put what it is.
Much
that you
better, much
do.
better, much better, much
Yeah,
better.
what it is that you do in your name, so that
Name
we
and
know
title.
what it
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
you
yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Reminder.
yes. Thank you, everyone.
How are you?
So my name is Braulio Duran. I am CEO of NY Lighting Group.
Oh wow! Welcome, welcome, and welcome back.
We are based out in Hewlett, Long Island, and Nassau.
Oh,
And we're a lighting firm, and we basically pride ourselves in reducing the city's energy by converting buildings to LED lighting.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to everybody. Welcome back, everybody. And the question of the week, was it Patty? Dude, what was the question of the week? And then please introduce yourself. I'm sorry. My apologies, Patty.
So I'm Patty Scallon with Synergistic Health. I will help you feel better, look better, get off of your medications, which is really, really important. The question of the week is, are you working your passion or are you working to support your passion?
Okay, here we go. Hey, Patty, we're gonna do the wow wave now. Hey, Patty, we're gonna do the wow wave now.
I can do that. Hello, Michael. You're muted.
Now I'm unmuted.
So Michael was riding camels recently, just in case everybody didn't know that.
I was in Israel. I did a lot of things. Loved it. Great place to go.
Back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Now we're gonna go to my favorite part of the meeting, where we give recognitions to people, shout outs. So Patty, can you let them know the rules, please?
I sure can. This is our favorite part. This is when we take a few minutes to give shout outs to anybody that we have had a one-on-one with, or maybe somebody that invited you today, or somebody that you've done business with and you've been pleased. Not a time to promote your business. This is all about the connections that WOW has provided for you. So you go down to the reaction button and raise your hand if you have something you want to share.
Okay, we'll start with Robin. Go ahead.
Hey, everybody. So I've had some amazing one-on-ones, Capella from the business development of Jovia. I enjoy, we had an amazing, incredible, excuse me, discussion. I've spent a lot of time getting to know a bunch of people this week, and it's been terrific. I just wanted to mention very quickly that I've been posting the Eventbrite link in the chat. So for those of you who discovered that even with all of my knowledge of technology, technology is great until it doesn't work. So for the event that was in the newsletter. So it is in the chat.
Thank you. Next, we'll go to Steve Friedman.
I just want to wish Gary Glick, for the Jewish War veteran who got me involved here, a happy and wonderful birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Gary. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Sandra?
Yes, I'm a little discombobulated, but hey. So my first time back to WOW after being away in Jamaica for some time. So I'm still recovering from the shock of the cold. I want to thank you, Juan and Robin, for doing such a great event, in-person event in December. I truly, truly appreciated meeting my fellow WOW members. I also want to express appreciation to you, Juan and Robin, for allowing me to donate a prize to the raffle, a CBC 1-year pro membership, and that was won by our business attorney, Anthony. Welcome to the CBC family.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And Tony is definitely a good business attorney. I certainly know, I can attest to that. So thank you for that. And Kapila, you have your hand up. Kapila.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I want to shout out for Robin and Juan Wise, both. We had a great conversation, long conversation, and little, all going in details about the future, commitments and events coming up. I also want to shout out for Dan Schaefer. I know I want to connect with him again. There was some emergency that I couldn't get to the appointment, but today I will put in for Dan Schaefer. Thank you so much, Dan, for waiting for me. Thank you.
And just so you folks, 2023 is going to be an exciting year. We do have plans, like Kapila said, to work with Jovia Financial Credit Union, that we're going to have a huge surprise. It's going to be disruptive in a positive way, but it has been never done before. We're truly going to be innovating, and I'm excited to work with this with Jovia and Kapila and Robin, everybody. We're going to blow this out of the water. You thought WOW was going to, we thought you got WOW with WOW. This in-person event is going to blow everybody out of the water. So that's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it as that. So Steve, thank you, Kapila. Steve. Oh, Steve, yeah.
Then, the wrong button. Okay, hi, I'm Steve Wagner. I had a great one-to-one with Sandra Connor from Video Grows yesterday. She's fantastic. If anybody needs a video for their business, she's a great person to contact. That's it. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for sharing. And then Steve Isaacson, how are you, sir?
Good, thank you. I want to thank Rich Beyer for considering me to be his friend. And when he needed a little advice, he gave me a call, and I wasn't able to help him, but maybe I was able to influence him. I'd also like to thank Patty Scallon once again. She turned me on to Red Mill Pond, but I'm going to call you and ask to speak to your husband soon.
All righty then.
Excellent.
Thank you very
excellent.
much, everybody.
Well,
Have a great day.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Patty, you can answer back.
Okay, well, yeah, well, Steve will be living around the corner from me soon, so that's exciting. So I did a couple one-on-ones this week, Brett Kalish, and he does virtual assistants. I mean, as a company that does that, he is great, and he immediately wanted to connect me with somebody, and that's what we're about, right? Making those connections. So I thought that was really great. I met with Norm Wasserman again, and his offer is really exciting. I know a lot of people on WOW have taken advantage of that, and I hope to be doing that also with his podcast. And I met with Mark Siegel, and Mark is he is a coach, a trainer. He does NLP. He has a lot of tools in his tool belt to help you get to that next level. He also has become a customer of mine, so I'm very excited about that. So I had a great week.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, we'll go to Nancy. Nancy?
Hi.
Yeah.
So I had a great one-on-one with Craig Leonard, and he specialized in the LinkedIn profile writing and help you to have better LinkedIn profile and copywriting. And I also want to give a shout to Eileen Donaldson, and she is specialized in debt reduction. And she has this mindset and patience and the discipline to do that. And I also want to give a shout to Roy and Roy Evida. And he's so passionate in financial education.
We'll take it to Roy. Thank you, Nancy. We'll go to Roy. Roy, take it away.
So thank you, Nancy. We actually work together, and she's an amazing colleague, and we help each other. But I also want to thank for Eileen and Willie. Also, Nancy met with her, and Cindy. We had a lovely meeting, and it always goes to other avenues beyond the planned schedule for 30 minutes. That it's keep on going if time wasn't a limit. I just want to say thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. And next we go to Craig Leonard. Craig.
Yes, thank you, Juan. And thank you, Nancy, for the kind words. And it was very nice. And I also want to shout out Andrea Pass, who I don't think is here, but we had a nice one-to-one the other day. And of course, the event is in a week in New York City. So I hope to see you there.
And I want to personally thank you, Craig, for sharing some information, from giving me some tips. It's always good. We don't know everything, but Craig, I reached out to some advice, some marketing advice, and thank you for that. And also, I have to also do a special shout out for Craig, because out of a lot of people, besides Patty Scallion, okay, thank you for Patty, because Craig has been the #1 person, WOW, that has been inviting a lot of guests, so I just want to acknowledge that. Thank you for inviting a lot of guests, because Craig, you have opened a lot of doors of opportunity to all our members, and that's very valuable. And I always say, keep on bringing guests, invite guests. We want to make this grow, because the more people that you invite to WOW, we're here every week. The Zoom link is always the same, but always out. Please, first time guests, they must sign up to the website. So the best thing to do, have them Google Winning on Wednesday, because we show up on the top on Google, but they must sign up, because when they sign up, they get immediately the link for Zoom, and they get a copy sent to their email, the Zoom link. And if they don't get it, please make sure they add their email address to their Zoom link. So with that said, yes, go ahead, Robin, and we're going to go to the breakout rooms.
Absolutely. Just really quickly, for those of you, and I want to just give a shout out to both Daryl Haberman and Craig Rappaport, who have been instrumental in putting together this New York City event. Any of you who RSVP,
Craig Leonard, not to just diminish
Craig Leonard.
I'm sorry, Craig Leonard and Daryl
Haberman. Yes.
That if you did RSVP through LinkedIn, you need to fill out the Eventbrite, because we have a limited space. So please, if you did, just make sure that you fill it out. You go to
and another friendly reminder, after this meeting, we will have the marketing committee meeting. Anybody's welcome. We're going to be talking about better practices and how we can better with marketing and for WOW and other stuff. So it's going to be only half hour, but everybody's welcome to that. So, and that's run by me, Daryl, and Meryl. So anybody's welcome to that. All right. So we're going to go to the breakout rooms. Meryl, what was the question of the week?
The question of the week is, are you working your passion, or are you working to fund your passion?
Here we go. Rose. Can you hear me? Hi, Chaim. It seems like you're having technical problems. Oh, hold on a sec. I just muted you. I was trying to help you.
Let me ask you that. I mean, I talked to Brian to post my my event, and he said if I'm not connected to WOW, we're not going to post it.
I'm sorry?
I tried to post called to Brian to post my event.
Okay. All right. That's something we'll communicate offline. I was not aware. So I don't know. Maybe there's something with communication or something like that, but I will talk to Robin. And also please follow up with Robin as well. Robin is the, manager. So if you can follow up with her, because like me, I'm kind of delegating a lot of this stuff to people.
Understand.
Because a lot of stuff I used to do myself, so you could have,
right.
You could ask me directly and I could have done it. But now I have a staff and team that they have other, I don't know, it's up to them, but let me know and I'll follow up with them. I know that they put Joel.
This is the part of marketing.
Yeah, but the thing is that I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they changed the structure a bit, where instead of promoting, it has to be like, if you saw Joel's thing, thing, it has to be about other members, about the WOW. We have to include other people to make it part of the whole, because the idea is that we want to help out other people. Yes, we want to help you promote in your event, but also we want to include other people as well, because by including other people and making a story, that's important. So if you go to the blog story, we're referring now, if you want to be on the spotlight, make it a WOW story, and we'll make it into a marketing, because it has to be inclusive. We have to include other people.
That's what I meant when I have my event.
Yes.
I all the time talk about how to expand your business.
Right.
And to expand your business, you need to network.
But give
and
some
the first
examples.
network that came along, it's WOW.
Yeah, but that's good. But now you have to go specific in detail. Say, okay, was it Joe Solomon? Was it Jan Hernston? These are the people. You have to mention them. That's the key.
But I can do something. I can do something like that, which is mean, on my event, post either powered by WOW or
Yeah, but we were trying to be different. That's the thing. We're innovating. We're different, unique, because we don't want to follow the same traditional standard that here's my event, come to my event, and people come to my event. Our thing is we want to include other people. Why? The reason why, the value. We want to sell value. The value is going to be within the member saying, you, because of this, event has helped propelled this person has helped me do this, because then you're including this person, you're giving them a recognition, and then it's giving you value. By you giving them value gives you value and overall value of the whole picture. You follow?
Yeah, I follow that. I understand that, and I'm doing that, and that's what I'm talking in my event.
So
I promote WOW all the time, and I send the.
But now we make it really simple, because if you go to our website, where you go to the blogs and our website, you go to where it says blog on our website, you could submit your story. There's a button where you could submit your story for WOW stories. That is where you submit your stories. You put the information of the other member, because again, we have to give recognitions to other members, and then you put the information of your event in there. But you have to, submit the form. And then once you submit that form, that gives more priority, because then we take that form, that information, that data that you input. Now we take that data, and then we have to, it's more structured data, as opposed to you sending us a flyer and say, here, flyer, take it. It doesn't work that way. We want to be more strategic about it and put more thought about it. And how can we specifically target to those people that we want to target it to? Because by you, doing the same thing like everybody else is doing, it's not going to work. It's going to work, but you're going to get the same results as you've been receiving. But if you want to be unique and different and use technology, okay, we're using technology now. We're bringing a new element, and we're doing things differently and creating stories. By creating stories, we're creating value. And the stories have to be including our members.
Here is what I did last time. When I post my event, I put down on the bottom, sponsored by WOW, with the email of WOW.
Okay, but that's not
the website.
That's good, and I appreciate that. But it has more. You have to do more work. The work is include the members, because by including the members, by you just generalizing WOW, it's just okay. But by you specifically saying recognition, you're being more specific. And that is more, listen, it takes a little bit more work, I'll be honest with you. But guess what? By doing that, by recognizing these people in your literature, I think it will bring more value. I've done this plenty of times, and it works. I'm just replicating the process over and over. And I'm sticking to what works, and data, information do not lie. We study the data, we study the numbers, we study the information. We know what works and what doesn't work. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Winning on Wednesday. How was that?
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
I wish it was longer.
You just was longer. Okay. Next we go to
Hey, I'm gonna do this one.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, there you go, Joe. I was looking for you.
Okay.
There you go. Go ahead, Joe.
The question of it's Joe Soroselli, a company's aging issues. I help solve problems with people over the age of 65. But here's what I've been in 5 or 6 rooms. The question of the week is, are you working to fund your passion, or are you working in your passion? And I got to tell you, nobody has told me golf. Nobody has told me, bake. We just found out a passion is baking. So you're not working in the baking. And they actually said that they don't want to be a baker. So tell us what your passion is. You don't have to make it into the business portion. Tell us about you.
Okay. Thank you, Joe. Here we go.
Hi, is there anyone?
It's so quiet. I'm not used to so much quiet during a WOW meeting.
Hey, hi.
Hi, Aisha. How are you?
I'm good. I was actually waiting for so long to someone to speak, but there was no one.
Oh, hey, listen, you know what? Sometimes you just have to go for it. Don't ever be shy. Just go for it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Of course. No worries. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's so good to see everybody. So, I think that as I look at all of these people, and so is that a virtual background, Matt, or is that really your, that's what my house normally looks like. You're on mute. You're muted.
Actually, here. So this is actually from a TV show. This is from a British show called The IT Crowd, and unfortunately it's not running anymore. And so I thought, okay, what is the poor version of Bill Gates that I can sit there and put in the background? And that's what you see here. So
do you really think that Bill Gates' workshop looks like that?
I don't know. I'm sure his house is so big, you probably need to sound like at the mall, it says you are here.
It's funny, as much as we all know about Steve Jobs and Woz, was Bill Gates a tactile? Did he build computers as well, or was he just a back end geek?
Well, he did do that, but he also was a great marketer. So what he lacked in technical skills, almost like Steve Jobs, he basically would sit there and take like other people's technology, and that's why you have Microsoft being what it is today. So what does Steve Jobs say? Good artists copy, great artists steal, or something of that nature. So even Steve Jobs took Xerox designs and allowed for the point and click and the graphical interface. So nobody. There are innovators, but the people that have the popular products innovated from usually somebody else.
Mm-hmm. I remember that story when Xerox PARC was showing both him and Bill Gates and here's our WYSIWYG design, and they went, ooh, and thus Microsoft and Apple were born.
Yes, exactly, because they took from Xerox.
Yep.
WYSIWYG. Oh my goodness, I haven't heard that expression in a really long time.
That was like Lotus 1, 2, 3. WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. So
yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. So did everybody have great breakout rooms?
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And as we have a gentle reminder, Robin, do you want to remind the folks of what's happening today?
Yes, absolutely. So this evening we have the real estate group. Marlon, why don't you Marlon, you want to just jump in here? We have one of our WOW members is going to be speaking about insurance. So Marlon, why don't you just get everybody up to speed with that?
Absolutely. So tonight, yes, we have Truly or Jesse James will be there tonight to talk about insurance. And it's going to be very interesting. A lot of educational stuff we heard a snippet of, and it's going to be mind-blowing, guys. So please join us tonight as Juan is there sharing the screen.
Yep. I'm going to pop up give it a second. I'll pop up the newsletter that is.
What time is it, please?
It's at 6:30.
From 6:30. And also if there's other people, whether they belong to WOW or not, we do this specifically so that you can invite other members and
we're
invite
looking for
other people.
We're looking for real estate agents. So if anybody knows a real estate agent
and mortgage bankers as well.
That's correct. So that'll be tonight at 6:30. So and the link will be the same as the Zoom link as today's Zoom link.
Correct.
So
invite a friend, invite a family, bring everyone.
Bring everybody. Okay. All right, folks. And then that concludes our end of the WOW.
Well, let me before we do it.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so if you're in your chat, if you guys want your chat, go next to the smiley face in the chat. Click on the 3 dots, press Save Chat, and poof, you will have it immediately.
Okay. There we go.
Have a great day, everybody. We hope to see everybody tonight.
And the folks that want to stay for the marketing committee, please stay by, and we'll be starting shortly. So let me just stop.
Have a great day.
Okay, I stopped the recording. I'm ready. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good, and yourself?
Good. So thank you all for coming. I just want to quickly we'll go around the rooms, introduce yourself, and just name and title. And you're new. Welcome, Avia. Ava. Ava.
Yes.
Ava.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Ava.
I see some familiar faces, so nice to see everyone. My
Hi,
name's Ava.
Ava.
How are you guys? I work for iHeartMedia. I build custom marketing plans utilizing audio and digital, and I'm excited to be here. So thank you.
Welcome aboard. And Craig Leonard.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Craig, my company is Craig Thoughts, and I help people talk about themselves and the work and who they serve.
Okay, excellent. And as we go to, thank you, Sherry.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sherry from MRG Marketing. I help people brand and promote their business with promotional products, printing, and custom gift baskets. You think it, we ink it.
Thank you. And then we go to Michael.
Hi, everybody. Michael Gilla, company called Best Ideas Group. I have been in the life insurance space for more than most of you are alive. And I like to help people.
Thank you.
I don't
Charles?
solicit.
Charlie
Thank you.
Reasons, Unique Impressions. We do custom embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. The difference between us and all those other promotional product people out there, we actually do the work. We own the embroidery machines, and we're on press with screen printing, so we know what we're doing.
Thank you. Steve Friedman. Okay. Next, we'll go to David Feinberg. Okay. I guess they're not on board. Okay, no worries. And I would like to also introduce my co-chairs, obviously who are helping me in this initiative, and that's Daryl Haberman. Daryl, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, thanks.
My co-chair is my co-chair.
Well, thank you. It's a esteemed company I'm keeping. I am Daryl Haberman, Haberman Consulting. Have been working as a digital strategist and someone working in the operations and content game in primarily sports ventures for a better part of 23 years.
Okay, thank you. And last but not least, my co-chair and co-host, Mara, how are you?
I'm Meryl Oshner. I am founder of the communication agency Smith Douglas Associates, and one of our specialties is producing commercial podcasts, which is how Ava and I work together a lot.
Okay, excellent. And thank you for again for coming to Winning on Wednesday, the marketing. And part of this initiative is to basically to work together to understand, because we're all I've been in the digital marketing for now 25 years, and I'm kind of weaning off of that, going on to other ventures. But the thing is that we need help here also on Winning on Wednesday, because as I mentioned to everybody before, we are a startup and we don't have the capital of the budget as a startup, but we do have value. And one of the things that we're willing to do is kind of do an exchange of services, so we can help us out, we can help out each other, because then again, we help by helping each other, we help each other grow. And the idea is to get business from one another. One of the things that I've started to do this to kind of streamline the forms of communications is that we have Slack, and I don't know if you need I could send the invite to Slack. What the purpose of Slack is just so that we could keep in the loop of what's going on. So anything, for example, we have first time guests. If you have any first time guests, we can also send that to the link. For some reason, I'm not sure why I can't copy and paste this. I'm not sure.
Juan, you could go. You're looking to edit it, so it's only allowing you to edit the name itself. But go to the invite. You could actually invite, and it will give you down at the bottom. You could either add people.
Okay.
Well, that's add channel.
Yeah, channel.
Click on the
add teammates. There you go. Add teammates. Invite people.
Then it will produce a link that you could send or.
Okay, let me see. But
you see copy invite link at the bottom left.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there you go. And expires 22 seconds. So I'll put this in the chat, so this way you guys have a direct access. Thank you. You see, that's the whole purpose of this, and it's to help one another. We learn something every day, and that's the purpose of this. Thank you, Daryl. So, so the link is on the chat, and if you want to keep in the loop of what's going on the day to day, I just want to open up this floor to anything. Passion. We were talking about that today. What did you guys hear I wanted to get some feedback on the question, because as we model forward, a part of the marketing ideas is to give thoughts and ideas for like question of the weeks, how we can improve our member experience. And it's always about membering and how we can create our branding and awareness out there to the audience. So I'm going to open up the floor to anybody.
Well, one of the things, like I think I said last week, is that I'm part of a Wednesday morning group, but it's one of the traditional meets at a diner, 1 seat per person, blah, 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 which is fine. But when people say, oh, I'd like to be a member of this, and I'm like, oh, you're a financial advisor, we have one of those standard operating procedure, but I'm part of this other really, really cool group that you're going to want to check out. And so it's the inviting other people, it's just like, yeah, well, you may not fit here, but you're definitely going to fit there. And it's that value added. This is open. You're going to meet a lot of people. You're going to really be able to grow your business that way. And so even if other people in other networking groups, it's just they're different. I mean, this isn't the sit around a diner. This is a very different way of doing things. And so that's one of the things I always joke, that it's just like, you're not getting our leftovers, you're getting the ones that don't fit. It's just like, yeah, great. We have a real estate agent here. There's 45 other real estate agents. Let's vote them over here. So yeah, if any of you are part of a BNI or anything that's, again, is the 1 seat per profession, instead of just saying, no, sorry, you can't join us, it's this one's full, but let me take your hand and bring it to someplace really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the things of doing the one-on-one with Meryl is, I always kid her about her Pittsburgh mug that you wear, and then I found out she's never been to a hockey game in her life. And I'm waiting for the day that my wife doesn't want to go to the game, because she's my first invite, because she has to get to a game in person.
I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll fix that, Charlie, because Meryl, that's the conversation that comes up every time I talk to Meryl too, is she knows my background and the fact I worked with the NHL, and I know that she loves her hockey. So yeah, we'll change that. We're going to try, one of the marketing things that's important to me, I think we have great personalities in this community, and I'd love to get to learn about people in person. That was part of the purpose of trying to get people together in New York City, something fun. I know there's lots of people from all over that can't make it, and we've grown to the point that there's lots of people all over, but we'd love to be able to replicate some of this in-person stuff and have some fun, get some feedback, see how things are going. But as Juan says, you do business with who like and trust. I think when you see people in the flesh and you sit down, you share a beer together, something like that, it becomes very meaningful. And I think there's lots of good development that can come from some of these in-person networking events that we're trying to plan more of.
Oh, sure. The good part is I'm also going to take Meryl over to the booth that they have they make up the sign for you that says "My first hockey game," and I'm going to make a Meryl fill out one of those.
No problem with that. Well, what part of, as a semi-segue there, is another way to introduce people is the enthusiasm. I didn't become a hockey fan until my late 40s, and someone's like, but you're from Long Island. Why aren't you an Islander fan? It's like, well, because no Islander fan said, hey, let me show you this really cool sport I love. It took someone from Pittsburgh. And so, yeah, born and raised on the island, but it was a Pittsburgh Penguins fan that said, let me show you the shiny sport I love and let me share it with you. So do that with WOW too. It's people in other networking groups, even people who may have just been laid off. Oh my God, I don't know how to network. It's, ooh, here's this shiny new thing I'm passionate about. Let me share it with you.
Yeah. And how do we get that passion? How do we get people to get passionate to invite people to WOW? Because that's always been the case to me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get WOW.
Yeah, I obviously there's some strategy to it. It's obviously everyone unfortunately, we know how people are motivated, but if there's some sort of incentives or you could call out, it's like, I know Craig's not always looking for attention, but your nice shout out to Craig earlier. People
Yeah.
appreciate that. If you could
Yeah.
say, hey, listen, if we have a little bit of a challenge, or if you could get 5 people to wow next week's meeting alone, there's something in it for you. I mean, again,
Possibly a free membership or something like that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
never
yeah, of
know. You
course.
never know.
Of
Yeah,
course.
it's like you bring us 10 paying members and you get your membership free for a year, or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's well, the one best way to get enthusiasm is just be enthusiastic. And like you said with Craig, it's like, oh my God, Craig, you've been bringing in all these really cool people.
Craig brought me to WoW, so I'm sorry that you guys have had to
Oh.
deal with me, but that's his
So this is a good segue we could talk about, because one of the things that I am working on is the WoW Plus membership. So it's the WoW Plus membership here. So one of the cool things about the WoW Plus membership is that you guys will be able to fill this out and fill it out for yourself. So it's going to be really, really good, and we are working on that. So here's just a sneak peek of what's going to look like for the WoW Plus membership. And Daryl and Craig, you guys are now officially members of the WoW Plus. So you guys, I will give you the link so that you can go in and update your profiles. And it's be so simple that you'll be able to go in there. And this is done in WordPress, by the way. So you'll be able in there to update all the fields and everything. So it'll be very easy to do and simple. And I'll send you instructions on how to do that. And you too, Meryl. So that we can still build this directory. And it's gonna be a nice directory that is gonna have, a very easy to find, all different. So it's gonna be a really nice, beautiful directory. And on top of that, we have also a directory that is how you call it? It's basically a directory that was hold on, let me see if I can find it. It's a directory that for the regular free members. So there's 2 types of directories, right? There's the WoW Plus, and then there's going to be the free version for people that are free guests. Because remember the memberships that we have different tiers, which is I'll go over that in a second. But this is for the WoW basic directories that anybody, that non-payment members, this is what they're going to get. It's going to get their name, email, and business description. That's it.
It's pretty much the white pages as opposed to a profile.
Correct. And that's going to be, and if we go to the memberships again, I'm going to discuss about that, the membership, that there's different tiers. So the complimentary, the WoW basic. So the free basic is going to be the free directory for people to come in, but the most important, they have to sign up as a first time guest in order to be in part of that list. Because once they get in that list, we'll send them the link where they can update their name in the directory. The WoW Plus will get the nice, profile page, picture, and all that stuff, and there's different tiers about this. So just so you guys know, the difference is one is a podcast interview, which is going to be done by Janine Bolin has agreed to do the podcast interviews for us. So she's going to be doing all the interviews. And then the other ones are going to be the WoW moment. You'll be able to submit your story, and then we'll advertise it on the newsletter, like Joel Solomon. I don't know if you guys saw the letter today. So he submitted the story in the WoW story. So I really want to get people to start. If you're help with the marketing committee, if you could start helping this initiative, really, because we created it so simple. Paul Poblete did a whole video explaining how to do this, and I really want to start pushing this, because this is the promotion here for people. If you want to get your name out there and promote yourself, this is a perfect example. Submit your WoW story. You don't understand how many times I've told this to people. I have put it in the newsletter. I mentioned this to people, and I have not gotten one story. And the only person that keeps on submitting stories is Joe Solomon. I love Joe Solomon, but
he's got so much to say. Yeah.
But the thing is, he's willing to do the work. He does. So
even with a black eye. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
So again, I just feel that if you guys can help me with this initiative, just to get these stories, because there's a lot of WoW stories. There's a lot of WoW stories out there.
I know you and I talked about this.
No, but I'm just telling everybody.
I have a blog that I'm crafting up. So there will be some content coming from my end.
Oh, excellent. No, that's exactly what we need. We need content, but there are so many great stories. Like when you go to Thank You, the Wow Waves. Oh my God. And I'm saying to myself, these are great stories that should be curated and documented,
Well, that's another thing. That's another thing that I wanted to take and I discussed this with Robin for Wednesday's in-person event is do a little bit of that similar on camera where we could talk to people. They could share a nice testimonial. They could even share about who they just connected with and some good takeaways for business and collaboration.
I have another ask. Okay. I know I've been asking for a lot.
For me or the group?
For the group. I would like to ask if somebody is passionate. Okay. We're talking about passion. Somebody that you guys know who's really passionate about writing. Okay. That is willing to do this for free because they're so passionate about it that they're willing to work with us because I want to get those stories out, those wow stories. Because if you look at the videos, and those videos are there on YouTube, you rewind and look at the wow waves, okay? Right there, there's so many stories that can be built and that narrative can be built, tremendously. So if you guys have no writers that love writing, they're retired, that retired teachers or nothing, they just want to write and want to do something.
Can I say something?
Sure.
To get people to work for free is a little bit difficult. I think if you offer memberships, you offer different things for them.
Well, I'm open to that membership. So,
you know what I mean? You want to give them,
absolutely,
it's not a charity.
Yes.
I mean,
no, of course. And and again, I'm open to that, to exchange, because absolutely, because you're bringing value. You're bringing value to the group because at the end of the day, it's for the group. It's not for me. It's not for me because to be honest with you, I'm doing fine. I would like to do this for the group. I'm doing this for everybody to help out, to get business, because I strongly believe that if we give promotion to our members, okay, we promote them, they're going to go out and tell their friends about WOW because we're giving them love and attention on the website, on social media, everywhere. It's about attention about us and them. We're including everybody. It's not just, oh, I have an event. Here's my flyer. No. Now you want to submit your flyer to us, you have to make it a wow story. You got to put in the work, and people don't want to do the work. But
are your membership fees for a year from when someone buys it, or is it a calendar?
Correct. It's a year to year from the minute you buy it.
But why don't you do what some other groups do? They give people, let's say, maybe 30 days free, some incentive.
We don't have the accounting power right now. We're a startup company. We're automating everything. Automation is key here, but until we get to there, we get the budget, we hire professionals. Absolutely, we'll do everything by the books. But right now, we're a shoestring. So, anybody else have anything to add?
I would say the other thing I would throw in there is I've noticed, as far as I know, we're talking about incentives and a free membership, but some people, and I'm not saying it's me, I want to make that clear. But some people may not see the value in the membership if there is a free option. So as far as incentives, I think more of an experiential incentive might be better, sending somebody, I don't know, a $25 Amazon gift card, or I know, I have access to different tickets to events. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has that. I think that is going to motivate people more than the option of a free membership when there is a free membership.
So we just say like a prize and
I think, taking into account, we talked about a lot today in the breakout groups about what people's passions are. And people express that, most people express that while they're passionate about what they do, they obviously have outside passions. So tapping into those outside passions, whether it be sporting events, whether it be concerts, whether it be theater, I think that within the group, there are definitely people who have these assets that can be leveraged. I'm not, but I'm sure there's somebody who's a seasoned.
Okay, to your point, and I just want to pick on this. If you say, for example, say one of our members has a seasonal seat, like one of those seasonal hockey games. I'm assuming you're a Ranger fan.
Yeah, I know you. Okay. With the thumbs down.
I know. I'm assuming you're a Ranger fan. So
I know the Islanders aren't doing as hot as they could be, but
I know. But let's just say that one of our members has season tickets for Islander games, and How do we use that as far as like, and remember say, hey, okay, I'm willing to give up one night, you know, for an experiential, and like to Meryl's point, it'll be a person that maybe didn't apply to hockey, but how do we use that value to attract new members? Do we say, maybe the person that invites 10 members gets a seat at a free ticket at a ringside seat?
No, I think we do it even
Or-
simpler than that. I think you do it where it's, you know, for every member, we run it for a month. For every member that brings a new member, you get one entry, and then you do a random drawing. And it's really, really
of a member experience.
straightforward.
I love that.
raffle.
I love it. But it's experience. It's experience. And whether it be
Right.
a round of golf, a round of golf.
Ava's
or-
completely right. That's, I mean,
Yes.
some of what I do.
I
in
love
my
it.
event.
I love it.
Yeah.
Ava, I love it. This
Set up like a
what I'm
reward
talking about.
program.
Yeah.
Set
Yes.
up a reward program.
Right. Everyone's into experiential events, but also Juan,
Yes.
you mentioned this. The community here has buying power. We could also go to any outlet, an Islanders game, a Broadway show, and say, we have 20 people we'd like to get tickets for. You set up an event, you give people 3 months to work to get to acquire a seat at this event, and that's how it grows from there.
Or I'll tell you what. I'll make it very simple. And are you ready to dangle the carrot here? Are you ready for this? I'm going to share something for you. Experiential. What is it called? Experiential.
Experiential.
Okay, are you ready for this? Here you go. I'm going to share this for you guys. I did this for some of our members in our group. Here we go. I actually went on a family outing with Paul, Top Golf with Paul and Shannon, the co-chairs. And again, this is something that I could do. I could say, hey, I could run a top pilot award to have this type of experience, to have this moment, to have, hey, have a round of Top Golf with Juan Videz. You know,
Oh my
or
gosh.
you
Now
know,
we're talking thousands of people, Juan.
You know,
I mean,
like,
don't put your name to it,
this
because
is my
then it's
son,
just gonna
you know.
blow up.
Check it
I
out.
feel like it should be, you know,
But-
something
but it's-
really simple to gauge interest, you
Yeah.
know. Not something that's
it's-
gonna cost any money, you know, something
But
like we said, leveraging people's
It's networking. It's networking. It's networking. It's putting a value. It's like Sherry. Would you like to give your time and say, hey, win a date night with a movies or with Sherry or dinner with Sherry or something like that? That's an inspirational type of thing. Or a gift basket. Oh, you know what? Gift basking tutorials. Win 1 hour. What Sherry will teach you how to create gift baskets for 1 hour.
Interesting that's going to be, but
Yeah, I don't
okay.
know, but you know, but the thing is, you're giving back. It's
But
something
you're
that you,
right.
your skill set. Your
Or
We gotta
skill
get a
set.
chef in our group too.
But
Yeah,
this is,
chef.
but that's the thing though, Juan, you're people that are looking to get the exposure, but sort of donate their experience to
So
benefit
remember,
the group.
and it forces them to network. The key here is to network. Okay, it's a purpose. You're selling a value to network. Sherry, you may not get an idea, you know, some business directly, but it forces people to say, hey, I never thought about learning how to decorate a gift basket. I don't know how to decorate a gift basket. You can tell me, but if you could give ideas because you've been doing this for many years. That
People
you're an
like
expert.
to win stuff. That's what they like.
But
And also,
it
but
actually
that's
win
the
your
thing.
time. You don't think your time is valuable?
Or
You don't think
do they
hold on,
have
wait,
the
wait, hold
ability?
on.
Do they
Hold
have the
on.
ability to get 100 pens for their business from Sherry because
Exactly.
they now? Yeah.
Strategic marketing, strategic ideas. You're selling your services, your ideas. Your 1 hour with you is valuable.
I feel like I'm not trying to come off negative. I feel like that's a really great idea, but I think that it needs to start more grassroots and just be, like we said, you know, whoever brings the most people, you know, every one person you bring to a group over the next, or in the month of February, wins tickets to the Rangers or whatever the prize is, because each prize is going to incentivize people differently. You know, I'm a massive hockey fan, but I could care less about, you know, like woodworking, right? So if the prize is a woodworking thing, I wouldn't care. So you have to try and find things that are going to incentivize different groups of people, but more generically.
I think the most important is ask our members what they have to offer first,
Yeah.
and then we should take it from there and see what kind of value they want to offer first.
Correct.
And then we can kind of be the quote unquote telephone operators and connect the dots and see who could be valuable to that and who could be a good, you know, person.
Do you want to
connect.
sponsor this month's prize? Or we can do it
Right.
quarterly or
Or, you
however.
know,
Makes
we
it
Well,
know
then you
that-
also have the issue is, let's say I donate something. How do I get it to the person? The shipping could cost more than the prize. If it's not electronic, then you have to
No,
get
that
it.
this is we're doing an experience. It's not a product. This is experience. We're talking about experiential.
You
Mean
can-
services.
What you
Services,
can do
services.
is
Not hard course.
like Sherry, it's just like we're having a basket making workshop. You come and I will show you how to put a gift basket together and you get to bring it home. So it's not just the here's a gift basket, it's this is the art of creating the best gift basket.
And the best part is they keep the
People
biscuit
don't want
back.
to learn that, but okay.
No,
You
no.
never
What
know.
about Sherry? What about this?
They can do it on Zoom.
Wait, hold on. I got an idea. The gift that keeps on giving. You set up a workshop that you show the people how to do a gift basket. And the purpose of you doing that is so that they give that gift to some of their friends or members or loved ones. And at the end of the day, it's showing the value of giving a gift, because giving a gift is valuable. There's value in that. And you're teaching people how to give a gift and how to make a gift. You're showing them the whole experience. That you're taking it from here and going there. It's about experiential.
Yep. No, absolutely. I have to run. I've got a meeting.
Okay, yeah,
Gotta get to.
we're wrapping it up anyway. So, but thank you again, guys, for this. This has been wonderful, and I would like to continue with this because I think this is great. This is a great idea. This is what all ideas are about.